We're hitting the red button right now. Let's go, let's go. Red button on YouTube. We're live on YouTube. Red button on Facebook. We're live on Facebook. Red button on Mixer. We're live on Mixer. Red button on Periscope. We're live on Periscope. Red button on Twitch. We're live on Twitch. That's what I'm talking about. How's it going, everybody, today? We are going to be doing a live stream about how to get 1 million subscribers on YouTube. This is not clickbait. This is the real deal. I've actually grown a channel to over 1 million subscribers myself. I want to tell you at the beginning of this live stream the story of how we got from when I started on the channel 10,000 subscribers all the way up to, at this point, 1.2 million subscribers. I want to teach you some of the things that we learned along the way in growing this channel to help you on your path to hopefully one day reaching 1 million subscribers and beyond. The idea is to teach you some of the lessons that we've learned, some of the shortcomings along the way, and some of the things that I'm telling you today came from the story of how we grew TGN from 10,000 subscribers up to 1.2 million. And that's going to be a huge part of what we're doing today. And also, as you can see over here on the event list right here, Sis Bros is one of our my new patrons on the $25 level, and we're going to be doing a channel review for Sis Bros today. And I think some of the lessons I'm going to teach you about the story behind TGN and how we got 1 million subscribers there is something that you can learn from Sis Bros as well. So I'm really excited about that. Sis Bros and Tice, thank you for joining me in chat early in the stream. Anybody who's joining, you can drop your questions throughout the stream and I'll try to take a pause to answer your questions. And if you're not already familiar with me, my name is Andrew Awall. I'm the co-founder of the #1 gaming network on YouTube. I'm YouTube certified and I've produced over 5,000 videos with my team on YouTube. And I've got the best team there is on YouTube. And we've gotten over 1 billion views on YouTube. And so I want to bring that expertise and that experience to you. And so those of you that are watching live, confirm that everything looks good and sounds good. I kind of rearranged where things are at here. Chat should be over there at some point, something like that. And you should be hearing music. So let me know if everything is working well for you. Okay? Excellent. Let's get into it. Let's go, let's go. So you guys ready? Let me go ahead and type in a chat. What's up? What's up? Beautiful. Showtime's here as well. Everything looks like it's working fantastically. So let's get into the story of how we got 1 million subscribers on TGN and what you can learn from that story. So when you go to this channel today, you're gonna think, oh, well, this is an Overwatch channel. This has always been an Overwatch channel, and you know, as you can see from the custom graphics we have here in the banner, and it's a very successful channel, so looks like everything, the story is clear. But that's really not the case when it comes to TGN. When TGN first started long time ago, and we've unlisted some of the old content. Good morning everybody to you, Evil Laugh Gaming on YouTube, it's great to see you. But when we started this channel a very long time ago, 7 years ago, we're creating content about a number of different games. We were creating content about tutorials, tech tutorials, as well, as you can see here. And we have hands-on with a Technica 88. We've got Terra here. We've got game news. We've got Facebook and how to make it more secure. And we got skits about World of Warcraft with Hengist, and Rurikon is here. And these were the early days of TGN. And we were making a large variety of content because we were trying to figure out who we were on YouTube and what we were all about. And that's something that it took us a long time to kind of figure out the formula of what works on YouTube as we continued to change our strategy over time. And so, as you'll see for a very long time, it's a variety of content. Star Wars The Old Republic is here, and this is when I got involved in the channel here, when the Star Wars The Old Republic stuff happened. And we were continuing to test games and test games and test games until we found which games solidified and ended up getting us a lot of traction. So that's something that I would recommend for a lot of you guys that are starting out on any channel, whether it's a gaming channel or everything works fine, fantastic. I'm glad everything's working well. So whether you're a gaming channel, whether you're a cooking channel, whether you're a vlogging channel, when you first start your channel, just go crazy. create all kinds of content and experiment and see what really works for you. That's what we did in the early days of TGN. We were testing all sorts of mechanics like shows and annotations and, series and different keywords and putting stars in the beginning and putting logos in the corner, and all of this advice I give you guys as I see you testing these sorts of strategies on your channels comes from experience, having produced thousands and thousands of attempts similar to the attempts that you guys are making on your channel today. So Hybrid Steel, great to see you in chat on YouTube, and anybody who's not on YouTube on the other avenues watching, let me see you in chat. So in the early stages, feel free to experiment is the lesson that I want to tell you. Because later on, you will end up finding that thing that really works for you, that really blows your channel up. And then once you find that thing, you double down on that thing, and then you move into a major growth phase with that thing. And so it's okay to be experimental, and it's okay to discover yourself, if you will, when you're a small creator. We did that with TGN, and the business itself changed a lot over time. However, at different points during the lifespan of this channel, we ended up discovering certain trends that did extremely well for us. And so we grappled with, how do we capitalize on those trends doing so well? How do we, really generate growth from that? It looks like my chat box is not working. Let me see if I can fix it here. Browser refresh when it becomes active. Here we go. Let's go back and see if that fixes it. Cool. So, yeah, there's supposed to be chat over here. It's supposed to be popping up. We'll see if it pops up in a moment. But we would discover different trends at different times, and what would happen is and I'll show you the most popular videos on the channel. We have some videos with 9 million views, 2 million views, etc. At certain points, we noticed that Minecraft songs were doing extremely well. Or at certain points, we noticed that our Overwatch content was doing really well. Or we noticed at certain points that our gaming news content was doing very well. And so what we would do is we would double down on that kind of content during that period of time and get a spike of growth. And what we discovered after doing that a few times is we went 100% into that specific type of content, and it was too risky because we became a one-topic channel. And we didn't know how to transition out of being a one-topic channel. And so that's why I tell you guys, and that's where the 80-20 rule comes from that I teach you guys about. It's good to see you, Equal VP in chat. Juan de Fritas, awesome, of course I remember you. What's up, dude? Oh, good to see you. And that's how we came up with the 80-20 rule. So at different points, we went all in on Overwatch, or all in on gaming news, or all in on specific types of content. And then once that trend ended up dipping later on, we didn't have a transition strategy. We didn't know what to do next. It became a major problem. There we go, there's chat. Yes, it works. I fixed it. We didn't know what to do next. And so that's something that I want to caution you guys against. Having done this professionally for the last 7 years, as you can see with this channel that has 1 million subscribers, use the 80-20 rule that I tell you about from the beginning of your channel. Okay? So actually at the very beginning, experiment with all kinds of content like we did. Test out all kinds of stuff and see what is getting traction. And then once you find something that is getting traction, make that 80% of your content slate. And then with the other 20%, continue to experiment. And that allows you to adjust to the YouTube algorithm over time, because the YouTube algorithm changes millions of times every single day. And it adjusts to every single thing that every single user does every single day. And so if you want your channel to be reaching 1 million subscribers, you need to have a flexible strategy that allows you to, when you find that thing that works, make that 80% of your content slate, but keep that 20% as a flex video slot in your programming strategy, so that you can constantly be adjusting to the algorithm and finding the next thing and finding the thing that's going to take your channel to the next level. Because if you get stuck covering one topic, if you get stuck covering one game, if you get stuck only on one platform, you can get screwed when that topic dies, when that platform gets demonetized, when any number of things happen. When some sort of strike happens on your channel and something that you have to fix happens and it takes a couple weeks to resolve, that can be a huge issue for you. And so that's something that, what, chat disappeared again? It looks like when I switch between the other scene and here, the chat is disappearing. I don't know. It is what it is. So yeah, I'll have to fix that. But anyway, so that's why you need to continue to use the 80-20 rule, and that's where the 80-20 rule comes from. It is the most important thing to remember when you're starting a channel and growing a channel. If you want your channel to reach 1 million subscribers or plus, like TGN is, and right now I think we're getting about 25 to 30,000 subscribers on this channel every month, and it continues to grow. But even though we've doubled down today on Overwatch, and we chose Overwatch very carefully as a trend because we felt like it would be a trend that would last for years, and we love this game, we do experiment with non-Overwatch content from time to time. We have released and unlisted, because some of it wasn't successful, stuff about Anthem, stuff about Star Wars Battlefront 2, comparing the game to Fortnite, and testing other trends along the way. And those tests were unsuccessful, so we unlisted them from the channel. But we do continue to do tests because we need to continue to see what the next big things are. And so we're talking about those upcoming games with TGN. I'm not going to reveal, precisely what we're talking about, but we're looking at the upcoming games, the big trailers that came out, and we're looking at covering those big upcoming games and doing tester content that ties in on our main topic to those new topics. And that's something that you guys have to remember when you're growing your channel. And so Hybrid Steel says, I'll be using Fallout 76 as your 80 and gaming reviews and live streams as your 20. That's what I'm talking about. You're using the 80-20 rule. That's what I'm talking about. That's great. Linzo's Life says, hey in chat, it's great to see you. What about channels that are doing comedy vlogs? So comedy vlogs, comedy is it's not that different actually. So if you're doing comedy vlogs, there we go, chat does, I don't know, chat is what it is. And it changes colors every time too. Sometimes it's purple, sometimes it's blue, sometimes it's green. I don't know. It's a variety chat that pops up over there. So, so with comedy vlogs, what you're going to discover, it's possible that you're absolutely hilarious with every topic that you cover with a comedy vlog. But most likely, your audience is going to latch onto you doing comedy about a specific topic. And so that's why you see a lot of comics latch on to one topic that they're really good at, and then they get really famous for that topic or for that style. So like Chris Rock got really famous off of doing racial commentary and talking about what it means, like the differences between black people and white people and black culture and that kind of thing. And that is like that is his 80, if you will. And he breaks into 20. He talks about other things as well, and he's funny, but his 80 is being a black culture and black American culture. And that's something that is his 80, right? And you look at other comics too, like a lot of rising female comics today, and they'll latch on to being a female in America, for example. And that'll be their 80 in their comedy. But they'll also break into a 20 and maybe talk about politics, or maybe talk about a show they saw on TV, etc. So comedians latch on to a main subject or a main audience with their 80, and then they'll break out into 20s on other topics to test other types of material. So as a comedian, the 80-20 rule will still work for you. And there are other comedians too. My wife watches a comedian, I forgot her name, but it's she focuses on late millennials, so like late 30s people. So her 80 is what it's like to be in your late 30s, early 40s, and like be married and have a couple kids and be somewhat established, and focusing on those people that remember the late 80s and early 90s. And that's her 80, but she breaks out with her 20 into other stuff like talking about Snapchat and other topics. So with comedy, it's actually not different at all. It's the 80-20 rule still. And so I feel like this crosses into multiple artistic realms, not just producing videos on YouTube, etc. So that's a huge lesson that I think I've learned in growing TGN. I think it's really, really important to learn that lesson every single time that you create content. And don't double down on one thing and only do one thing. You will not be successful in the long run if you do that. So one thing that I will show you here is if we look at our most popular videos on TGN where we got 1 million subscriber, when we were in like this huge growth phase, we were doing this general gaming type of stuff. So we do top 10 Dragon Ball Z games, 10 types of gamers, 10 open world games, 10 Steam fails. As you guys can see, these are all million view plus videos that we did. 10 censored games. And these are really good list videos, actually. They're not just like garbage clickbait videos. They're actually really well put together, I think. 10 scariest moments in gaming. Like, I thought we did a great job with these lists. But here was the issue with that. Because we were going general gaming at this time, it was really hit or miss. 1 out of like 5 or 10 of these lists would hit big, and the other lists that we were doing wouldn't hit big. And so that became a kind of a problem for us over time. And so when we were transitioning from general gaming content into what we're doing today now, Overwatch, that's when we developed the 80-20 rule. If you're doing something where you get a mega success, 1 in 10 videos, but then your other 9 videos aren't a success, and so you have this really spiky sort of growth and this sort of high-risk strategy, that's another reason to use the 80-20 rule when you're trying to get to 1 million subscribers. You need to be producing content that is you need to always have some sort of content on the back burner that you're testing to see if it can be performing more consistently than what you're currently doing. And that's what we ended up doing with Overwatch content. We were doing general gaming lists like the ones I just showed you, and then we were also testing Overwatch on the side. And what we noticed is that Overwatch stuff was kind of growing and growing and growing, and each one of those Overwatch videos ended up having consistent performance, and that ended up growing the channel. And we realized that changing over to Overwatch with our content strategy was a better idea. And it ended up being more consistent for the channel, and we were all in love with this game. Is this our company channel? Yeah, this is one of the channels I run as a part of my job, TGN. I also run a number of other channels for TGN, like TGN Squadron. It has like 450,000 subscribers. TGN Anime, it's about to have 100,000 subscribers. TGN Minecraft, it's about to hit 700,000 subscribers. So I run those 4 directly. Like, I manage the teams that run all of those channels, and I've been there for like the founding of all of those channels, and I've grown all of those from scratch with my team as a part of my job. But also another part of my job is I manage over 50 social media accounts as well, and I've talked about my job a lot on the stream. But anyway, we're just focusing on the TGN channel today. So these are lessons that I want to teach you guys about how to get 1 million subscribers, okay? So what are our key takeaways here from this? What is the big lesson I learned from TGN and my team learned from TGN that I want you guys to learn? And it is see, it makes the chat go away every time. So I think the reason why chat is going away is because it's refreshing browser when it becomes active. So I'm going to turn that option off, and then I'm going to bring it back, and it should stay there, I hope, instead of disappearing every time. I think that'll fix it. So the big lesson is, when you start your channel, produce a lot of variety of content. Then something is going to emerge as a high performer. Make that your 80%, but continue to experiment with the remaining 20%, even if you have a mega hit show on your channel. Never go all in on one topic. This is not just for gaming channels, this is for all channels, okay? This is every single channel. And I'm about to do a channel review for Sis Bros, and one of my main pieces of advice that I'm going to be giving Sis Bros is to find a larger topic to focus on to grow your channel, having learned from these lessons of TGN. So that's something that I'm going to bring that knowledge to this channel review I'm about to do right now. Cool? All right, let me go ahead and answer a question here from Linzo's Life on YouTube. And guys, if you're enjoying the stream, be sure to like the stream. Do it. And if you're not already following me or subscribing to me, subscribe, enable notifications. If you're on Twitch, Periscope, Mixer, or Facebook watching right now, give me a like, give me a follow. I do these live streams every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And so we're going to transition to the next part of the stream right now after I answer this question, which is a channel review for Sis Bros. And I'm going to tie in some of those lessons I just talked about how you get 1 million subscribers into this review for Sis Bros while I continue to answer your questions. Cool? All right. And the question here from Linzo's Life is, I have this one video that is at 37,000 views, okay? And it was at 20K in the first 24 hours. Let's see if I switch my scene if it gets rid of chat. Chat stays now, yes! In the first 24 hours. It was the most amount of views you ever got on a video. Does that mean you should start doing more videos like that? Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that you asked that question. Sis Bros, I've got some advice for him that applies to your question. And the answer to that question is, yes, you should do some content around that main piece of content that is successful on your channel. I've been advising Wafello to do that on their channel, and I'll show you, I'm gonna talk about some examples in this channel review of how to do that. So in this channel review, sneak preview to you, Sis Bros, if you have a major piece of content on your channel that is massively successful, you can do an analysis piece of content around that video to do more videos about it. You can do reaction videos related to that content. You can do best moments from that content as well. And you can do sort of a things you may have missed around that piece of content as well, where you can do other list videos around that content too. So the idea is, let's say your main piece of content was, you were analyzing some trailer. You can also dissect that trailer in multiple different ways to get more views off of that piece of content that really, really grew and really, really got big. Juicy Poops is in Twitch chat and says, "Are you real?" I am an absolutely real human being. I'm real. Beautiful. Nate Robbins is plugging my Patreon link in chat. Thank you very, very much. And yes, I'm about to do a channel review for one of my fantastic patrons. So if you guys are interested in becoming my patron, I've got a $5 patron level, a $25 patron level, and a $150 patron level. If you are interested in me reviewing your channel, if you're interested in getting my advice directly, you can ask here in chat. But if you become my patron, you can get a fast pass to get my advice. I can do one-on-one coaching with you. That's what these people over here did. And Sis Bros is about to get his channel review right now. Okay, great. I hope that answered your question. Yes, if you have a successful video, double down on it and make more videos like that video to try to get more suggested views off of that video. That's a strategy that a lot of channels that have broken over the 1 million subscriber mark have done in the past. Wafello is one of my patrons that is using that strategy right now. He did a reaction video to a TV show, and after that video blew up, it got like 93,000 views on his channel, whereas his videos would normally only get like a couple hundred views. He then did reaction video, reaction video, reaction video, reaction video after that to capitalize on the popularity of that main reaction video. And that ended up propelling his success. So let's take some of these lessons and transition into a channel review. And you guys can continue to ask your questions in chat. Why don't I have 1 million subscribers? I do have 1 million subscribers with the channels that I manage, like TGN and all the channels I talked about earlier. I manage channels that have over 1 million subscribers, over 100,000, over 1.2 million, 100,000, 650,000, and 450,000 with my job. So yes, I do. I have accomplished that with my team. Thanks for asking. Beautiful. So let's dive into this channel review. So Sis Bros is one of my $25 patrons, and his channel is really unique. And there's a lot of these lessons I talked about a moment ago that you guys can learn from Sis Bros channel. And he's diving really deep in on a niche, and he's trying to figure out what is going to work for him. And he's seen a lot of growth on his channel recently, which is really exciting. So all of you guys that are trying to grow your channel, there's so many lessons to learn here from Sis Bros and what he's doing wrong and what he's doing right. So watch all the way to the end of the stream, because I'm about to drop some fat, mind-blowing knowledge bombs on you here with this Sis Bros channel review. So Sis Bros channel is a really interesting, unique niche channel. He's covering mobile games, or like games from Japan that have come over to the United States, with Yu Yu Hakusho and Captain Tsubasa. And these are two really niche anime IP. And he's experimenting with these games, and he's trying to figure out what's gonna work for him. This guy is an online hustler like none I've ever seen before. And I'm gonna detail exactly what I mean. There's a lack of focus here on this channel, so I'm gonna help you all learn how to focus your strategy. And Sis Bros, I'm gonna help you learn how to focus your strategy and then to grow from this bit of traction that you have today. So right now, let's take a look at the numbers here on the channel on Social Blade. Big growth here for this channel recently. 777 subscribers per month, 383,000 views per month. So this channel has gone from 27,000 views per month, went up to 700K last month. So there's some things that are being done right here that's really working, but then it dipped back down right after that, down to 400,000. So this is concerning to Sis Bros, right? And the monthly subs from the previous month was 1K down to 700. So how do you continue that growth on your channel? How do you continue to build your audience and grow your revenue are the two main things that Sis Bros is asking me about. So let's talk about what really blew this channel up in the first place. And it was this video right here. And so there are two videos on this channel that are comparing Captain Tsubasa is an old anime show. And there was a 1983 version, as you can see right here, and he put some clips side by side with a 2018 version. And these videos got 300,000 views with this side-by-side comparison. And so here's some things I need to tell you about this Captain Tsubasa and anyone else that is looking to pull footage from a show, pull footage from a movie, pull footage from a music video, use copyrighted music in your content. All of you guys out there, if any of you guys want to reach 1 million subscribers, you need to listen to what I have to say about this. You need to be extremely careful with your copyright footage on your channel. The claims on this footage are going to be inevitable. I don't know if the company who owns Captain Tsubasa is claiming this content yet, but you need to be very, very careful with this. You could be struck with this content. You could get copyright strikes on both of these videos at any moment. At the very least, you could get claimed. Now, just because this content is doing a side-by-side comparison like this, it isn't necessarily, and I think that you're gonna have a hard time justifying an argument that this is fair use, to put clip A next to clip B and saying that that somehow transforms the content. I personally don't think that it's transformative enough for you to be able to defend yourself if you got a copyright claim on this stuff. So everybody out there that's listening, if you want to reference somebody's footage, if you want to reference a TV show or a clip or something like that, you need to transform that clip. You need to analyze that clip. You need to provide commentary on that clip. You need to provide value that transforms the clip in some way. And so you need to be extremely careful. These clips are inevitably going to get claimed. Strikes are also possible. So, okay. That being said, there is an opportunity to ride the wave of this content if you want your views to continue to grow, because I know that these videos ended up taking off in the suggested algorithm. And so what you're gonna do is you're going to perhaps do reaction videos to these clips. So you on camera reacting to them might be great because you're a big fan of this IP. So that's a way for you to ride the wave of these hit videos. You could also do analysis of the clips and actually analyze the difference between the 1983 version and the 2018 version. That's transformative. Then you can get that suggested traction off of them. You could also say, I'm going to cut these clips up into the best moments. And then with those best moments, you'll ride with that suggested views off of that. And you also might say, you know what, here are some details you may have missed around these clips, and then you'll ride that suggested wave. So all of you out there that are looking to get 1 million subscribers, that's how you do it. You can build what's called, there's different terms out there. It's called piggyback content, shoulder content, suggested content. There's different terms out there that can be. You got the good one. It's good to see you. Of course, my advice is free for you guys on these live streams, but if you pay, I'll do like in-depth reviews and coaching for you, of course. So, and by the way, all of you guys can ask your own questions in chat, so feel free to do that at any point, okay? So, let's see. Beautiful, that popped up there. Great. So, those suggested views are going to help you ride the wave. And so if you want to get 1 million subscribers on your channel, riding trends and writing other videos and piggybacking on the success of other content and other interest is the way for you to get audience from other people, from other videos, from other trends, and think about latching yourself onto those things. And in this case, you'll be latching yourself onto your own content, but in a way that transforms that content that can keep it a bit more copyright safe. Cool? That piece of advice is complete. But wait, there's more. I have so much for you, Sis Bros. Cool? Cheers to all of you. Coffee cheers. How do you guys like the setup with the music and the tip jar and the chat and everything? I think it's a pretty decent setup now. What do you guys think? Do you guys like the stream setup? Type yes in chat and type no if you want me to change something about chat being over here or the stuff being over here or what have you. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Beautiful. Here's a question from Showtime. Linzo's Life, you found me through Tom Nash's live stream. Excellent, thank you very much. Tom Nash is a great YouTube certified expert. I love Tom Nash. His channel is absolutely fantastic. I think he's got some amazing advice out there. And if you guys have not already checked out Tom Nash on YouTube, I will link Tom Nash for you right now. He's yet another great resource for creators to grow. I'll go ahead and link Tom Nash in chat right now and show Tom Nash on the screen. He and I are going to be collaborating again here shortly. Another fantastic resource for you guys to check out. I cannot recommend Tom Nash enough. Tom Nash, everybody. And I'll say once more, Tom Nash. Beautiful. He's great. Okay, so how do you feel, Showtime says, about hiding your stats from viewers so that they don't know how many subs and how many views each video gets? Don't hide your stats. Hiding your stats is weird. It's shady. It makes people feel uneasy about your content. It makes people think you're gaming the system somehow. I highly recommend against hiding your stats. YouTube is all about transparency. YouTube is all about openness. It's all about being genuine. It's all about being real. And I think that hiding your stats is kind of against everything that I think is good about YouTube. So let me know what your thoughts are in chat, everybody. What do you think about hiding stats? Folks that are on Twitch right now, on Periscope, Mixer, Facebook, what do you guys think as well? Put it in chat. I can see all of your chats here. But I think that I don't like hiding statistics. I think you should show the statistics unless you're like a politician or you're a company that's doing a PR announcement and you need to protect yourself from damage or something. You should always show your statistics and always be open with your audience and honest about why you're asking for money, what your subs are, what's going on in your career, etc., etc. So I don't know. I don't like hiding statistics. That's just my opinion. Okay, so Sis Bros, so happy to answer your question. Let's get back into Sis Bros channel review. So the next question is, you're trying to find sponsors for your channel. You found some success on FameBit. So I want you guys all out there who are looking for sponsors to be aware of FameBit. I'll go ahead and post a link to FameBit here if you guys want to check it out. It is a very, very good place to start for new creators that are kind of clueless and don't really, I don't mean clueless like you're dumb, but don't really understand how to break into finding a sponsor or how to get a business deal. So it's a platform that connects brands with creators. It was acquired by YouTube, to my knowledge, and you're able to sign up as a creator or a brand, and you can go ahead and try to connect with sponsors. So you've done that, but you haven't found any good sponsorship opportunities that give you real money. And so I understand. So FameBit is really hit or miss. Some people hit hard with FameBit, other people don't. It's just a good starting place. I don't think it's some like unbelievably high success rate platform in my experience, and from what others have told me about using FameBit. So here's the main issue with your channel, Sis Bros, with you getting sponsors. You have an extremely niche channel about old 1980s anime IP, and that makes you hard to get branding and to get sponsorships. And this goes for everybody else out there too. When you dive super niche, when you dive really deep on a particular niche, it makes it tough for a sponsor to look at you and go, is that the audience for my brand? I don't even understand what this niche is. And with things like Yu Yu Hakusho and Captain Tsubasa, these are ancient 1980s Japanese IP. So I think in order for you to actually be able to unlock opportunities to get more sponsors, you need to consider expanding your appeal of your channel to larger IP. So I've done some research for you because you're my patron, and I love my patrons, of more mobile games that utilize anime IP, intellectual property, that you can potentially consider. And those additional games include Dragon Ball Legends, which is relatively large on, it's a relatively large game on mobile. Also Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle, I think it's called, and Naruto X Boruto. And if you look at the size of these games in comparison to the games that you're currently covering over here, my friend, your games are tiny. Yu Yu Hakusho game is like almost non-existent on YouTube. The Captain Tsubasa Dream Team game has a little bit of traction, but it's almost non-existent. These other games have way more traction. So I think you should seriously consider expanding into Dragon Ball or Naruto franchise. And this goes for everybody else out there that wants to get 1 million subscribers or more. If when you research your trend on Google Trends, it's so small in comparison to other trends around it, you should consider doing 80% of your content, Sis Bros, on Captain Tsubasa, because that's your bread and butter right now, and expanding with 20% of your content into one of these larger trends. This goes for everybody out there that's trying to hit 1 million subs. And if you expand into Dragon Ball or you expand into Naruto, that will trigger sponsors to be interested in you, because sponsors have heard of Dragon Ball as a franchise. Everybody's heard of Dragon Ball. Naruto, almost everybody's heard of Naruto. It's not quite as permeated quite as much into popular culture, but it is a very, very popular anime IP. And so that can open up sponsorship opportunities for you. And you're saying it's hard to compete against them. There's so many big YouTubers out there already. I understand. That's why 80% of your content should be Captain Tsubasa and 20% should be experimenting with some of these other trends to see if you can get some traction within those trends. Consider doing learning content and how-to and tutorial content to break into those trends, because a lot of big YouTubers for these games do learning content when new games and new topics launch, but they stop doing learning content after it launched. And that's your opportunity to do learning content around these games, how-to for new player content, new player guides, new player tutorials, so that you can break in to these bigger trends and potentially grow your channel. Never be afraid of the competition if you can think strategically and you can look at what the competition's doing, and then you can figure out a new type of value that you can bring that the competition is not. And so that's something that you need to do with these trends right here. Dragon Ball Legends, Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle, and Naruto X Boruto. Trust me on that, Sis Bros. Trust me, I am literally a professional. Another question from him is, how can I improve my affiliate conversion strategy? You're attempting to do affiliate with Amazon and what have you on your channel, and it's not converting that well. So I think a big reason why your affiliate is not converting is you don't have that much traffic at the moment. And I'll just tell everyone here a big lesson about affiliate, but I think that you're selling the wrong products. So first of all, if you're gonna do Captain Tsubasa, doing Amazon affiliate and selling Captain Tsubasa stuff on Amazon is probably going to be more effective for you than selling the webcam and mic and stuff, which is what you're currently selling in your description. So if Captain Tsubasa is the IP and you're one of the only people out there doing Captain Tsubasa, then you should sell Captain Tsubasa apparel and games and nostalgia gear on Amazon. This goes for everybody out there that wants to get that big subscriber count, wants to hit 1 million. If you're covering an IP, if you're covering a particular topic, go find the merchandise and the gear on Amazon that people would be buying around that IP, that are super fans of that IP, and sell that. Wear some of it in your videos. I bet you own some of this stuff. And say, look, this t-shirt right here, this t-shirt right up there, I'm wearing it right now. Look, it helps my channel out. Go ahead and buy it. I've got a link in the description below to some of this classic gear. If you want to buy the old DVDs, I just watched them recently. People will buy it and you'll get a commish off of that. You're covering a niche IP, sell the gear for that niche IP. Don't sell what webcam you're using. Don't sell what microphone you're using. Don't do that. Sell Captain Tsubasa, man. That's what your channel is all about. Focus on the topic that you're covering, everyone. Focus on the IP that you're covering, everyone. That is gonna be more effective for you to grow your Amazon affiliate sales. And all of you need to expand your revenue, and I love that Sis Bros is thinking about how to expand their revenue. All of you guys need to do that as well. I very, very, very highly recommend everyone explore the Amazon affiliate program. This is how it works, man. You sign up for the Amazon affiliate program and you get this stripe on the top of your Amazon. And let's say I was Sis Bros and I wanted to sell this particular DVD. All I have to do is click the text link here and look at this. This is an affiliate link. I'm gonna grab it right now. I'm gonna post it in chat and this is what it looks like. And this goes for all creators. And all you have to do is put that in your description. And if any of you guys click that affiliate link I just posted in chat right there, and you bought this product, or you click this affiliate link and then you shopped on Amazon, then you bought another product, I would get a commission off of that. Okay? So this is a way to diversify your revenue. Don't just rely on the revenue you're getting from YouTube, everybody. Don't just rely on the revenue you're getting from Twitch, from Mixer, from your sponsors and what have you. Open yourself up to Amazon affiliate. Make another slice of the revenue pie. And Sis Bros, I love that you're thinking about that today, okay? But here's another thing that you need to do to grow your affiliate revenue. And Captain Tsubasa is such a freaking hustler. He has opened up all of these I'm not even going to show you all of them, but all of these Facebook groups for Star Wars Rivals and for Captain Tsubasa and for Yu Yu Hakusho and all of these games. And he's a very effective builder of communities. Good job. This is a talent you should continue to utilize. I would tell you to focus on building communities only around the games that you're covering on your channel, not around other games. And just focus on building a big fat Facebook group around that game. And the only thing you should try to sell anybody in that Facebook group is gear related to that IP. You found a cool t-shirt, you found some old DVDs, you found something cool on Amazon, and just share it with the group. If you think that Captain Tsubasa fans would love some piece of nostalgia gear, share it within that Facebook group. This goes for all of you. If you're if you have a cooking channel, a comedy channel, a fan channel for Star Wars, create a Facebook group around that and bring your most hardcore fans into that Facebook group, build deeper relationships with them, and you can sell them things that they want. Refer things that they want to them using things like Amazon affiliate program. You can also ask them for feedback on your content and all of that stuff. This is what the pros do. This is what pro affiliate marketers do. So I would recommend for you, Sis Bros, to eliminate all the extraneous communities you're operating and only operate the communities around what you're making videos about, okay? Focus up on what's working for you. Do your research and look at the big IP that's coming up. Build Facebook groups on that and tap into your knowledge of how to build a community so that you can sell things to those community down the road and you can build a deeper relationship with that community down the road, okay? So that's the key to your affiliate strategy taking off. The other part here is you have to build up, and this goes for everybody out there, anybody that wants to sell your audience something. Even if you have 1 million subscribers on your channel, that doesn't mean that, and you get 10 million views per month. Listen up, I know from experience. It doesn't matter how many subscribers you have. It doesn't matter how many views you get on your channel. If you don't have credibility with your audience, if they don't really trust you, they are, hey Rel, yeah, it's good to see you. It's all good that you're late. It's all good. Thanks for joining the stream. If you don't have credibility with your audience, they aren't going to buy what you're selling. Period. It doesn't matter how many views you have. It doesn't matter how many subscribers you have. So if you look at me, for example, on my channel, I'm giving away free advice every day. You guys are like Monday through Friday. You guys can see my credibility. I show you the work that I've done professionally. You can see what I've accomplished on the internet, so I have credibility. And then part number 2 is you provide value with every single piece of content and you show your audience that you actually care about them and you actually care about the topic that you're covering. That might sound obvious, but 90% of creators don't even do this. I bet most of you watching aren't even doing this right now. Talk about how much you love the IP. Talk about how much you love the game. Talk about how much you like doing comedy. Talk about how much you like doing makeup videos. Talk about the passion that you have for the subject. I talk all the time about how much I like helping creators. I talk all the time about how much I enjoy doing this, giving you free advice. That value I'm providing, that genuineness that you guys see, you can tell. Why else would I be doing these live streams and doing this in-depth channel review for somebody for $25 unless I really loved it, right? This isn't a knock on you guys or a knock on the $25 that you gave me, which I really appreciate right over there. I appreciate you guys becoming my patrons. But if I was in this for the money, for example, I would just go get corporate clients that'll pay me thousands of dollars to do the same thing. But I'm here to help you because I actually like doing this, right? So talking honestly with your audience like that, like I just did, gives you credibility and lets people know why you're providing value. After you have that credibility, after you provide value, then you can sell to your audience after that. But don't just build a community, don't just build a subscriber base, don't just get views and then shove links down their throat. That doesn't work. They have to care about you. They have to trust you to give you tips in the tip jar, to give you YouTube play buttons in the tip jar, and to sign up for your Patreon, or to buy your products through affiliate, etc. Okay? It's so important. It really is so important, okay? And then the last part of this advice here for you, gosh, I had a lot for you, man. We'll cover a bit more later. The last piece for you is, man, these thumbnails, you need to clean up these thumbnails a lot. There are way too many elements in these thumbnails, and everybody in chat, let me know what you think. Type yes if you would have clicked any of these thumbnails. Type no if you wouldn't have clicked any of these. I'd like to know what you guys think in chat. Personally, I wouldn't click any of these because there's way too many elements in the thumbnails. So you need to focus on 1 or 2 characters, preferably just 1 character in each thumbnail, and have maybe some text on the thumbnail that describes what's going to happen in the video and what value is happening in the video. Is there something new here? Is there something that is the best? Is there something unique? Are you teaching people something? Is there some sort of challenge that you're doing in your thumbnails? If so, put that in the thumbnail in text, or put that in the title in text and clearly communicate that value. Right now, this is just way too many elements. So I would show 1 character at a time, maybe put text saying what the value of the video is, doing an additional layer of teaser text here, talking about what the value, and that will help your channel grow by a significant margin. Declutter those thumbnails, too many elements, have 1 big face of the most famous character from that video there, and communicate the value of the video. It's too busy for me, says Linzo's Life. I agree, those thumbnails are too busy. I absolutely agree. okay? And then the last part is he's trying to save up enough money to buy gear. And so this applies to all of you out there that are trying to reach that 1 million subscribers mark. For everybody that's trying to grow your channel to that professional level, you need to have that pro level gear, or that gear that will unlock that next level of production for you. And so I've got some laptops that I recommend in my absolutely free Ultimate Creator Gear Guide. And it's a free gear guide. It's just links to the gear that I currently use. I'm currently streaming on an Asus laptop, just like this one right here. And I've got laptops that you could possibly afford. I think you were looking at some of them for $980, less than $1,000. It's got an i7 processor, a 1050 graphics card, a 1 terabyte SSD hard drive. These laptops are sick. So whenever you're looking to upgrade your setup to the next level, getting these laptops that are around $1,000 or slightly less than $1,000 would probably be the way for you. If you take my advice, you'll be able to get there, I promise. And then you'll be able to check that out. So check out my gear guide. I just linked it in chat to all of you guys. This is a free resource for all of you guys to check out. This is tried and true gear that I've recommended to creators for years. I've got my recommended webcams, my recommended lighting, the mic I'm using, the setup I'm using. This is stuff that I've recommended and personally tested. I've got the headphones, I've got all these things myself, and this is the maximum value for your dollar. Check this stuff out. It is a free guide. It is a free resource for you. And if you do click any of the products that I have here in the gear guide, I will get a commission if you buy them. It's the same price as ever. It's just an Amazon affiliate program. So there you go. Sis Bros, I just dropped a massive amount of information on you. 25 minutes of channel review for you. Channel review complete. Ooh, 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 ooh. In the theme of anime. Beautiful. Yeah! Sis Bros, I hope that you got the value you wanted out of that channel review. I hope that that advice will help you out. And because you're my $25 patron, you can continue to ask me questions on Discord, and I'll continue to provide you with advice. Beautiful. Supakilla290 is here on Mixer chat. Great to see you on Mixer. Folks that are not on YouTube chat, speak up. Anybody that's watching the stream, ask me questions. We still have more stream to go, more advice to go. And Ethan Brake is asking for a shout out. Sure, you can have a shout out on YouTube. Thanks for watching on YouTube. You're very welcome, Sis Bros. Thank you for becoming my patron, and thank you to everybody who's been donating and putting YouTube play buttons in the tip jar for me. That's going to help me upgrade my equipment. I'm actually looking to upgrade my laptop, and I'm probably going to create a donation goal here soon for that. So everybody who's tipping, it's going to help me step up my technical game and get what I need. I'm glad it was very helpful for you, Sis Bros. That's fantastic. So here's a question from Relia in chat. Guys, drop your questions on me. That's what these streams are all about. If I want to get 100,000 subs within a year, what are the main things I would need to do? That's a great question. You imagine that daily videos, replying to all comments, going live often, and commenting on everybody else's videos. What else? No, I would say that a lot of that stuff, I wouldn't even, except for maybe daily videos. Ethan Brake just subscribed. Thank you very much. I think a notification would pop up top if you subscribe there. So thank you very much for subbing. If not, it'll pop up soon once that refreshes. Cool. Thanks for the sub. But I wouldn't say that any of those things are the main things that you need to reach 100,000 subscribers or to reach 1 million subscribers other than daily videos. Are you guys ready? Here's the whole process of how you reach 1 million subscribers. There's a 3-step process that you need to go through, all of you guys need to go through, and I will keep emphasizing this over and over and over again. There's a 3-step process to getting 100,000 subscribers and 1 million subscribers, okay? Geotime loves this. You will apply it to your channel. Yes! I'm glad you're enjoying the content. That's great. Here's the 3 steps. If you only remember one thing from me ever, remember these 3 steps, these 3 concepts, okay? Concept number 1 is understanding your motivations. So before you create content, or even if you're creating content today, what you need to be doing is you need to understand what your motivations are for making content so that you can accomplish those goals right out the gate. And there are only 3 types of motivations in this world for creating content. There's going to be audience growth motivations, there's going to be financial goals motivations, and there's going to be emotional and creative needs motivations. Whichever one of those 3 motivations is there for you, you need to focus on hitting that goal right out the gate. So in your case, you're saying audience growth is your primary motivation. But for other people, it may just be, I just want to make some supplemental income, financial goals. For other people, it may just be, I want to be creatively satisfied. I don't care how much I grow. I don't care how much money I make. They just want to be creatively satisfied. So understanding which of those 3 buckets you fall under when you start your channel or where you're at today is critically important for you creating realistic goals for yourself. And here's the reason why. And cheers to all of you with coffee before I explain the reason why. I kind of dig chat right here. What do you guys think? Do you guys like chat right here? I like having your questions pop up. It feels more interactive that way. Let me know what you think. All right. Here's why you need to understand those motivations. Because a lot of people will say, I want to grow my channel and I want to make a ton of money. Oh, okay. Hold on 1 second. My wife just called. Hey, I'm on my live stream. Is it an emergency? Yes, please. Awesome. Love you too. Sweet. My wife just called to get me a salad. Yes, I have the best wife ever. Beautiful. Sorry about that. Okay. She's never called me during the live stream before. She's like, sorry, it's an emergency. I need to pick up a salad for you. She would only call me if it's an emergency. That wasn't a real emergency, but I'll take the salad. It's gonna be a delicious chicken salad. Okay, so where was I? Okay, so you need to understand your motivations. And so you can't be growing your audience to 1 million subscribers and also making a ton of money and also be super emotionally satisfied by making your content. That is not real. That is not reality, my friends. You can't get all 3 at the exact same time. Best wife ever, that's right. Costless Gaming, it's great to see you in YouTube chat. You can't get all 3 at the exact same time. And anybody who's hit 1 million subscribers, my team that's hit 1 million subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, 500,000 subscribers, we all know that you can't do all of it at the same time, okay? If you're gonna get that big audience growth, you're probably gonna have to sacrifice some of your creative and emotional fulfillment. You just are. That's generally a trade-off there. If you're gonna get that big money, you know, sometimes that means that your creative might suffer and your audience growth might suffer as well, right? There's just different trade-offs. If you're trying to sell stuff to your audience, you're trying to go into a niche to make money, sometimes you won't have a large audience. And sometimes you might not like what that entails and from a creative standpoint. So there are trade-offs in one of those 3 categories. You need to understand that first. But let's assume, for your case, Ralia, your motivations are audience growth. You want to hit 1 million subscribers. Let's go. Now you understand your motivations. Step 1, complete. Let's move now into step 2 of how to get 1 million subscribers. And that is what I talk about every single day, which is now that you understand your motivation, deliver value through each and every single video that you're creating in one of the 5 categories that I'm talking about. There are only 5 types of videos that I keep telling you guys this. And I keep emphasizing it because in your comment, Ralia, you're like, should I be doing comments and stuff like that to grow? No, it's the value you're providing in your videos that's going to get growth on your channel. New, best, unique, learning, and challenge. You understand your motivation, it's audience growth. You're gonna do your research on what trends are big and are gonna get audience growth. Then once you understand that trend, you're gonna deliver value within that trend, within that game, within that niche in cooking, within that sector of comedy, whatever it may be. Then you're gonna deliver new content that's the best, content that teaches people something, content that is adversity or challenge, or content that, what was the other one? Content, I said best, new, unique, or that is unique. Okay? You're gonna pick your niche, you're gonna look at your competition, and you're gonna figure out which one of those 5 content values or multiple of those 5 content values your competition isn't doing, and you're gonna do those 2 things. And you're gonna double down on those 2 things. That's step number 2. Step number 3 is doing what Tom Nash recommends. This is going to be a huge shout out for Tom Nash, but focusing on the number 1 statistic on YouTube that matters. And I'm going to ask you guys in chat again. I'm going to keep reinforcing this idea. I cannot emphasize this enough. Guys, what is the number 1 most important statistic on YouTube that you need to focus on? Seriously. Seriously. And I'm gonna post this in chat. You guys have to watch this video. This is the number 1 most important statistic on YouTube. Tom Nash broke it down in the most simple way I've ever seen. Here it is. I'm gonna type it in: most important statistic on YouTube. Put it in chat. I want you guys to put what you think is the most important statistic. Don't be shy. I won't judge you. Put in there what you think is the most important statistic on YouTube. I'm gonna link you a video right now. That is the video right here to the most important statistic on YouTube. What is it? Relia says, focus on that click-through rate. Okay, what else you got? Who else wants to talk about what the most important statistic is? I want to see a few more guesses, and then we're going to break down what the actual most important statistic is to hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Without click-through rate, you can't even begin to focus on watch time, says Relia. Absolutely. Any other guesses in chat? Some of you guys were here for the last stream. Some of you guys have heard me say this before, but it's something that is unique, and that is going to be a mind-blowing is going to be a mind-blowing experience for you once you understand it. Click-through rate, says Hybrid Steel. Minutes per impression, says Tice. Tice pays attention. He pays attention to my live streams. He gave me a $5 tip yesterday. Put some buttons in the tip jar here. Audience retention, says Ultra A-rated. Guys, these answers are so much better today than they were yesterday. You guys were saying views and subscribers last time, and likes and comments. Now you guys are getting on point over here. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Minutes watched per impression is the most important statistic on YouTube. And the analogy that Tom Nash uses in this video that I linked in chat, watch this freaking video. It is mind-bending. You need people to click your videos, obviously. That's your click-through rate. And you need people to watch your video for as long as possible. That's your minutes watched. Those two things combined are the most important statistic on YouTube, because YouTube wants people to watch video after video after video after video after video on their platform, so they can serve advertisement after advertisement after advertisement after advertisement after advertisement on their platform. That's how the platform works. But let me break this down in a more simple way so that you guys can understand it, a way that Tom Nash broke down. I'm backing up a little bit for this one. He described YouTube like it is a grocery store. And I think that this is a beautiful analogy. And there's only so much shelf space on the grocery store as you walk down the aisle. And every one of those shelf spots is filled with a product. And YouTube wants to put on the shelves videos. In this case, in this analogy, they want to put videos on those grocery store shelves that people are going to buy. But there's a limited amount of shelf space. And so if you put Lucky Charms and you put Rice Krispies and whatever popular cereals on the cereal aisle, people are probably going to buy those. And if you put other cereals that aren't as popular, people probably aren't going to buy those. And so grocery stores only put products on the shelf that sell, that people grab, that take and they buy. YouTube is doing the same thing with your videos. It's only putting videos on the shelves that people watch and that generate advertising opportunities for them. It's the same thing as a grocery store. And any products in a grocery store that do not sell, they take that product off the shelf and they replace it with something that might sell. So the YouTube algorithm is constantly doing that, testing your video versus someone else's, putting your video on the shelf versus someone else's. And if people don't take your video and then buy it by watching an advertisement on it and then maybe buying another product, then your video is going to be taken off the shelf. So how does this tie into the minutes watched per impression? Well, minutes watched per impression means there's only a certain number of impressions as you walk down the aisle of that grocery store. There's only a certain number of products you can look at. And so you want to generate the most sales for every product that you see when you walk down the aisle. So that's what minutes watched per impression means. So think about your videos in that way. As you're walking down the aisle, every product you see is an impression. And YouTube wants you to grab as many of those products as possible and to buy as many of those products as possible as you're walking down the aisle on YouTube as a viewer. So the higher your minutes watched per impression is, essentially the higher your sales per item on the shelf is, in this grocery store analogy, the more views you're going to get on YouTube. That is the key to success. Those are your 3 steps to success, Relia. Those are the 3 things that you need to focus on to hit 1 million subscribers. Know your motivation, deliver value, and then focus on minutes watched per impression. And if you do all 3 of those things, you will hit 100,000 subscribers in a year, in short order, maybe in a year. Depends on what topic you're covering. And you can hit 1 million subscribers in the long run if you continue to do those 3 things, my friends. That's the knowledge bomb for all of you guys today, okay? Knowledge bomb complete. I want to thank every single one of you guys for watching this live stream on how to hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube. I've done it with my team. I'm going to do it again here soon with some of these other channels, and I hope that you guys can take this knowledge and apply it towards your adventures on YouTube. And if you want to become my patron and you would like me to coach you on how to be more successful on YouTube, I've got that opportunity for you right here. Here's my Patreon. I've got a $5 tier, I've got a $25 tier, and a $150 tier. At the $5 tier, I will give you expert advice directly through my Discord and through my posts. And also I do channel reviews like the one I did today at my $25 tier, and you get a fast pass for questions on these live streams, and you can follow up with me in direct messages and I will help you with your channel. And also, if you're interested in getting one-on-one coaching on calls with me, in addition to VIP treatment and VIP access to me through direct messaging, I have a $150 tier as well. So if you guys are interested in any of those, I just posted the link in chat. Feel free to sign up. By doing this, it supports me, it supports the channel, it helps me do this. Help creators. I want to do more of this for a living. I want to do this more with my life, and your support on Patreon and your support with the tips actually helps that be possible. So I need the money to be able to do this. So thank you very much, everyone, for your support. Mahi Khan, great to see you in chat as well. So that's going to conclude this live stream. I'm going to schedule 5 more for next week. So come back right here, whether you're watching me on Twitch, on Periscope, on Mixer, on Facebook, or YouTube. 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'm doing more channel reviews, helping more of you guys with your questions in chat, and I'm helping more creators grow. That's what we're all about. My name is Andrew Wall. Create some killer content this weekend. Have a great weekend. Spend some time with friends, enjoy yourself, and in your free time, make some killer content and continue to learn, continue to improve, okay? Adios, amigos. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of your support, and have a great weekend.